Hello, everybody. Gareth here from Paris Technologies, and we are going to run through the predictions for the Rugby World Cup. And this one I call the Southern Scorcher. And the idea is that, hey, let's have a look. What if all the Southern Hemisphere teams are like really on form? What would happen? Well, in pool number one, New Zealand and France are playing that first game. It's really important. In this scenario, New Zealand would win that. And South Africa would win against Ireland and top that group. The Southern Hemisphere, Australia comes out on top of Wales, and Argentina would come out on top of England. What would that mean? We'd have an Australia-England quarterfinal, which would be really great. And because we're looking at Southern Hemisphere dominance, Australia would go through. France and South Africa, what a great semi-final that would be. But in this version, South Africa would go through. Wales and Argentina go through, and New Zealand over Ireland and one another great quarterfinal. So then you'd have all Southern Hemisphere teams in the semi-finals, but it would be South Africa versus Australia and New Zealand against Argentina. I think this one easier to predict, really. New Zealand would have got the dominant form at the moment. This one a little bit tricky, but we see a recent match, South Africa were able to topple Australia quite convincingly. So let's say South Africa would go through. And then you would have this New Zealand, South Africa final. And, here I say South Africa's never lost a World Cup final. And therefore, let's say they would go through and win. So South Africa to win their fourth World Cup. And that's the Southern Scorcher assumption.